You clearly can't. You're not a professional at your craft if you saying you're getting coached too hard. This coach is pushing you, and you over here talking about some. You feel like it's too hard. That's the softest thing you can say. Like that's fucking embarrassing. Excuse my.
Don't be excused.
Fuck that. Excuse that shit. Come on, yo, get your shit together.
Yeah, I got the right one today.
Radical.
Yo, get it together. Like you're supposed to get pushed to your max. You're a professional.
Right.
You're supposed to perform at your peak performance. How are you supposed to get there? A coach is supposed to push those buttons.
I can't move the way I used to, had to call the audible. I put in the work, no humble flex. And talk of the town, you see who next. They on checkers, I'm on chess. Had to hit up with the X. XenHouse.
This is the XenHouse podcast, episode 38.
38.
We here.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, make sure you say both.
Yeah, don't want no trouble.
Both of them. Combination. Yes. And
So today we talking about something.
What's your name?
Your name? Des Hines.
Your boy Joe.
And Ross B. I'm in between.
You're in between, like
Combination.
I see what's going on. Dudes go to Jamaica now. What I was gonna say, like you in between, you say Ross B sometimes, or do you say Ross B? Like, what determines how you gonna say it?
I just go with the flow sometimes.
Okay.
You know, but my flow. We ain't talking about y'all flow.
Yeah, you're not on the same flow.
Cause we ain't flowing.
I see what's going on.
We're not the same.
Right.
So, all right. So
in most recent news, right? We have a coach, Ron Rivera, who came out and spoke about his feelings, I guess, from his players,
Washington Commanders,
from the Washington Commanders, and the hire of his most recent offensive coordinator, who also actually has a background of winning.
At
right.
Kansas City.
At Kansas City.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's got what, three Super Bowls? Two Super Bowls. Basically coaching the best. Mm-hmm. You know, top three. Nah, he's got to be the best now,
right? He's
right?
Top right now.
He's Patrick at the top Mahomes. Right now. So now he's came over to the Washington Commanders, and the way that he's approaching the game is he's coming there with, in my opinion, is
press.
Yeah, but it's like a winning mentality, right? He's bringing energy, right? So the way that he coaches is with a lot of intensity. He's on people's back, right?
Setting the standard.
He's setting the standard. He's setting the tone, right? Like practice should be exciting, right? And that's what he's bringing. And Ron Rivera said that some of the players are concerned with his coaching style, right? Like he's too aggressive. You know, some players may not like it. You see how it went soft?
Yeah.
That's the flow that I was talking about. I can switch it up. Right? Like, so how do you guys feel about that? Like, do you want to be coached like with someone who's high-pitched voice, high intensity all the time? Or do you want someone who kind of, you know, like talks to you and teaches you in that way? Like, what do you guys?
First and foremost, Kansas City Chiefs, Commanders.
Yeah, who also hasn't been to the playoffs since 2000.
That's what I'm getting at.
Right, 500.
The Commanders don't have that mindset of the Chiefs. He's bringing that to the table.
Mm-hmm.
These players are comfortable collecting them checks, being below 500. Clearly,
right.
I feel like I'm on ESPN first.
Facts. Right. Yo, we might as well start off our own show first. First and foremost, you see what I'm saying? Yo, we might have to
like. You got to change this culture in order to be like this culture.
Right.
When it comes to the NFL and just football in general. Winning, right? The coach comes from a winning culture. Obviously, he knows what it takes. The practices at that place with Kansas City was intense. Guys were on it. They were ready to go. There was no questions. They were having fun, but at the same time, it was business.
Right.
Clearly, that's not the culture over there in Washington. So If the players are going to the head coach saying he's being too tough, that's probably not where you should be, big dog.
Right.
Like you clearly can't. You're not a professional at your craft if you saying you're getting coached too hard.
Right.
Kids kill for that. They say, what's the saying that we grew up with? If your coach stopped talking to you, what's happening?
That's bad for you.
That's bad. This coach is pushing you,
Right.
and you over here talking about you feel like it's too hard. That's the softest thing you can say. Like that's fucking embarrassing. Excuse my.
Don't be excused.
Fuck that.
Whoa.
That shit. Come on, yo. Get your shit together.
Yeah, I got the right one today.
Radical.
Yo, get it together. Like, you're supposed to get pushed to your max. You're a professional.
Right.
You're supposed to perform at your peak performance. How are you supposed to get there? A coach is supposed to push those buttons.
Right.
Because if a player does it, chances are you're going to retaliate the wrong way.
And fight. Right.
Right? So now a coach is going to be able to push. So for me, I think that is cowardly characteristics of those players to be like, first off, not go to that coach and be like, Coach, what's up? Why are you pushing that way? The coach will talk to you and
Yeah,
be like,
absolutely.
I want you guys to win. Why are you going to the head coach? Talk to the man. You're all grown men.
Right. That's first and foremost, though, because like I always, right. So I had a situation when I got a new DB coach, right, when I was a senior in college. So I'm already there, right? I put in the time, right? If you're a new coach, you're supposed to come to me, right? I'm the starting cornerback, right? Like I'm the guy. So you're supposed to come to me. And every time I see you kind of like skittish or like not looking at me, not making eye contact, walking by me.
Nervous, yo.
Yeah, but you're the coach. You know what I mean? Have some dignity and come and talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So like right off the bat, I didn't respect him because he didn't have enough confidence to speak to me as my new coach to say, hey, this is what we're gonna implement. This is how I'm gonna coach you. This is what I want to see from our guys. And it should be the same for players. Like, he's coming from, you know what it is too? Is that he's coming from Kansas City. So they're like, I don't know if we're going to be as good as, there's already some doubt. You know what I mean? There's already some doubt. That should be exciting. For me, I like that because I'm a more calm dude. So like the intensity and the energy, I'm going to feed off of that. You know what I mean? Like practice would be fun for me, you know? So how do you feel about it?
I think that few things. The coach seen greatness. He's seen it year after year. He knows what it takes.
Right.
So him coming over, him not seeing that, he got to be turned up to get you snapped into it. Also, I think there's been a track record of, like, they're not the first team that was bad that's trying to change it around.
Right.
It's happened before. There's a certain way that it's been done. Sometimes it's radical.
Sometimes it's a little crazy.
It's a little more radical in college when you come in, you clean house,
Right.
right? You can't really clean house in the NFL, but you can change the culture with intensity, with changing the way things are done. Coaching style. So I think if I'm on that team, I have the mindset of we're trying to change the culture here. This comes with it. Like, I got to get through it. It's tough. No one likes a grown man screaming at him. I don't know anybody that does, but you got to understand he's trying to make us a better football player and keep that as the number one goal.
Right.
Once you're saying he's too tough, you're taking it personal and you're soft.
Right.
That's it. And I feel like we're not built like that. We got time for that. He's trying to make us better. Take in what he's saying, try to fulfill what he's saying, and move on.
The biggest part of that, what pissed me off the most, is these guys are professionals. This is the shit that happens in high school.
Right.
This is supposed to happen in high school, where you get a little bicker and grown-ass men. Go talk to the man and figure out what the hell's going on. He'll tell you, I am pushing you. Literally, I'm pushing you to your max. You're a pro. I want you better. He probably not even going to bring up Kansas City, honestly, because he don't have to.
He's a new team now.
Now it's Kansas City for him. Like, if they play each other, he's not.
Kansas City's not paying him.
Yeah.
He's being paid by Washington. So for the players to go over there, coach is pushing us too hard. That just screams, one, selfishness, and two, those guys don't want to play. They're not really about the game of football, the love of football.
The fact that they went around him to say the coach, that's a whole nother. We could do a whole nother episode on that alone.
That's how you get rid of the bad apples, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I remember in Albany, you met Bob Ford, and he was straight up with you, boy. He used to be like, hey man, we got these 3-a-days, these 2-a-days. We're gonna find out real quick who's gonna be on the team and who's not gonna be on the team. Everybody wanna try to walk on, think it's easy. Everybody wanna, not work out during the season. Everybody wanna work out at 70%. We're gonna see who makes the team 3 weeks before the actual first game. And that's how you pick them out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So.
And little things like this, if you see this, going on at a professional level, think about what's going on in the work world. When little groups start getting together, that joint spread.
Yeah.
That shit's not good.
There got to be one common goal moving towards, the one common mentality moving towards a common goal. That's where you see the success. But this whole thing makes me think of grad school. We had a class called Leading Change. Like out of all the classes I had in college, this one really stuck with me because there's a whole book on leading change and how someone can come into a new company, right? And they take over a younger dude. You could be working at a company for 30 years. A new guy comes in. You know more than this dude. You've been there for 30 years, but it's his show now.
Right.
So what do? You either adapt and take in his way, or there's going to be conflict because you feel like, my man, I know more than you. Mm-hmm. And you can't, it will never work when you have that. So
the moment you think you know it all is when you're going to fall.
Yeah. Or you got to get out. If you can't conform to what the new way of things, you're going to have to find something.
You have to be comfortable being
uncomfortable. That's a fact.
Folks don't realize that shit.
Bottom line is these dudes are soft. They better figure it out. Y'all football players, yo.
Absolutely. And I think now with the players kind of going around him instead of talking to him, he's going to look at everyone
differently.
A little differently now. He's going to be like, okay, that's the person that I need to get out. Or that's the person, right? On third down, third and
can't trust them.
2. I ain't going to go with you. You doubted me that one time.
Yep.
Next player in. You know what I mean?
Do you think that the head coach was wrong for airing that out rather than keeping that in-house?
Somebody would have said it. But I think Ron Rivera, first off, he's no dummy. He's doing that on purpose because first and foremost, he wants people to talk about the Commanders, right? Secondly, I think he's trying to build some excitement because this probably, I saw a quick clip on ESPN where they showed the crowd at the Commanders facility where it was packed. That joint was jumping. But also the team just got sold, right? So there's a lot of new things for the Commanders happening where there's some excitement. The people in that town or in that area and those surrounding areas should be excited about the team now because they got rid of the first terrible apple. He needed to go. So once they got rid of him, I think now he's trying to trickle it down. So he did it purposely,
Listen, you got to do what you got to do to win. So at the end of the day, as long as you stay within the rules, but we all been in that team setting. You got to have the same goal. Got to have the same mindset. You can't have these little small cliques, and especially if the clique is bitching, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. So overall, I think these players need to figure the fuck out, man up,
stop bitching,
and fucking play ball.
In Alex's words, plain and simple.
Yep.
That's it. Keeping it real. Unradical. Because that wasn't radical.
That was not radical.
That was actually
that was not radical.
That's it, y'all.
That's all we got for y'all.
Nice and simple. In and out.
See?
Don't be soft.
I'm trying to tell you.
We signing out.
Peace.
Hey.
XenHouse, yeah. XenHouse, yeah.